Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second version of the ending, which is going to be. This is where we are going to. Perhaps I should head to the village and see what they think. So yeah, let us be off. Figuring it would be the best to let the girls cool off till later, I decided to head toward the village. I reached the town in good time and saw that the villagers were beginning to put up everything for the festival that evening. Everything seemed to be going well, and one or two people even greeted me as I wandered through the town. I asked about the whereabouts of Miyo-san and Narumi-chan, and the guard pointed me towards where he had last seen them. Of course, there was still a serious warning in the back of my head, making me think it was best to talk to Miyo and Narumi about it. Since they were in charge of defending the village, it wouldn't be a bad idea to let them know there could be some problem. I knocked on the door twice, and in a bit of a hurry, announced my presence. Miyo, are you in here? Yes? Ooh! Oh, yes. Oh, oh, this is beautiful. I opened the door a second after I had raised my voice, and to my surprise, Miyo had seemed to have been busy changing in a kimono. Actually, who was I kidding? I should have expected girls to be changing whenever I entered a room, if the last few days were meant to be a guideline. Ah, Takahiro! I require some assistance here. I'm not used to those complicated clothes. Oh, a kimono. I'd love to help you out. Oh, yes. Yes, a kimono. I wanted to look nice for the festival. That's why, just to make a good impression, I am the head of the guard, you know. Aye. Oh, my God. Albeit in... Oh, God. I need to check what it means, what it says again. Oh, it means making progress rather slowly. Albeit in that kimono, you're looking less like a guard and more like a mysterious beauty. But beauty, stop talking such nonsense. I should make you run the laps just for saying such a stupid thing. I finally see the dearer side. I'm so happy I could run 10 laps any day now. I laughed softly while I approached Miyo, making sure to not let my gaze wander too much while I helped her slip on her kimono. So what issue are you having? It is this confounded obi. I cannot wrap it around myself without the kimono riding too high and slipping too low. I will be damned if I get undressed and go find anyone, so you will have to do. Ah, the obi. I can see why you're having troubles. You're wrapping it the wrong way. Here, let me have the sash. You're trying to do what someone else needs to. I ended up using the correct method of how to wrap the obi around her, first crossing it over around her stomach, and then wrapping around until the central bump was covered. After a little bit of struggling, we managed to get the kimono to sit in the correct place, and Miyo was successfully changing. Now I had a close look at her in the kimono. I really liked the look Miyo had right now, and for a moment I found myself idly wondering if Narumi would be wearing a kimono also tonight. Thank you, Takahiro. In return, you will attend the festival as my companion. You will pick me up here and take me around the festival, playing games with me, and we will watch the light show together. Before I had a chance to reply, a cheerful voice came from behind me. Hey, Miyo, I figured you'd need some help with your... Whoa, you look awesome. You should wear blue more often. Oh, Takaku, you're here too? Hey, wait a minute. You two are... were you two hooking up? What? What a ridiculous notion. Stop saying such embarrassing things, Hikage. Hooking up with me is a ridiculous notion? Just a moment ago you were accosting me for a date. What? No fair. I didn't know you could do that. Do that, Miyo-chan, you're mean. I want to go on a date with Takakun too. I want to spend the festival with him. That's not the purpose of my command. I simply thought it would be a good show of public relations if the person who had started the change in our view on the spirits to be having a good time with the captain of the guard. Oh, well if that's the case, then why didn't you ask, Chi-chan? Didn't you ask Chi-chan or Mako-chan? That would certainly have shown you were cooperating with the Kitsune. I do think it would be best if I spend the evening with one of you two, since there's something important I need to discuss. Of course, there's enough Takahiro for both of you. One could have the Taka, the other the hero, and I'll be divided fairly. I guess that could work. A double date with just one guy could end quite interestingly. Oh yes. Narumi, get that lewd expression off your face this instant. This is not a date. It is a cultural relation. Narumi and me had the same idea. Yeah, whatever. I came over to see if you needed help with your dress, not your game. I'll see you both later. Got to make myself look pretty. Wow, diplomacy at such a young age. Mio-chan, you're amazing. After being ejected from Mio's house, I decided to linger around the village to help set up the preparations for the festival. Elder Hayata approached me a little time before the start and offered me a change of clothes, which I graciously accepted. Another long robe, this one silky and of high quality. Finally, after hours of waiting, the exciting moment arrived. The village looked entirely different once nightfall arrived. Lights and vibrant streamers decorated the whole place, and various stalls were set up with food and games. It was a truly glorious sight to behold, and I wasn't speaking about the village itself. Looking sideways, I saw the two guard girls dressed in their beautiful kimonos. They had each prepared for the occasion. To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't have mind, seeing Narumi getting changed. Help her get changed, you know what I'm saying? And found myself smiling in a slightly goofy manner. Oh yes. I mean, Miko and Michiko, beautiful. You two, gorgeous. Oh yes, yes. Wipe that dumb grin off your face, you fool. You are here as a cultural envoy, not as some over-eager child. You look amazing, Taka-kun. That really suits you. You look incredible too, Narumi-chan. How does it look? Did you mistake me for a noble gentleman from a distant kingdom? Well, who knows? I might take one of you home as my bride-to-be. Narumi! Who knows? Oh, Takahiro-dono, would you be willing to accompany me to one of the games? I would so like to enjoy the festival. Oh, yes. Hikage, stop this ridiculousness. We are not here for the frivolity. Probably. Oh, lighten up, Mio. Turn off for one darn evening and relax, will ya? Have some fun, Mio-chan. You look cuter when you're smiling. Come on. Hey, why don't we all go and play the ring toss game? You used to enjoy playing that when you were younger. You know, when you weren't thrashing yourself training? I don't know. If you want, we can all play together. I'd even let you take the prize if I win. You two will not leave us alone, will you? Alright, fine. We'll go and play one game. We made our way over to the ring toss game. Several hoops lined up along a wooden board, each thicker or thinner depending on the difficulty and prize associated with it. I asked the stall trader for 3 tries, and he handed 9 wooden rings. Here we go, 3 each. Good luck. I do not need luck. I have skill on my side. 10 minutes later, we were still at the stall. Narumi had won a ticket for a free snack from a nearby vendor stall, and I had won a little candy, which I initially offered to Mio, who flat out refused it. In her frustration, she had spent a lot of money trying to get even a single ring onto a wooden peg to no avail. Okay, Mio, we're going to go get some food. We'll be back in a bit. Confounded wooden devils, I'll defeat this game. Fight, oh, you can do it, Mio-chan. With those words of encouragement, I followed after Narumi, who seemed rather eager to drag me somewhere. Oh my, this is a different atmosphere from the last festival. We arrived at one of the many stalls that lined up the streets of the festival, and Narumi showed me her prize ticket to the woman behind the stall. She nodded. Narumi pointed to something I couldn't see. I wandered away a little, clearing a space while Narumi waited for her snack to be cooked. While I was looking at another nearby stall, I heard a cough beside me. Okay. In the girl's hand was something. It reminded me of the chocolate-coated bananas we had back home. So I guess I would explain why it hadn't taken her too long to get her food. Oh god. This is going to be very sexual. However, the girl was eating it in such a way that my perverted side was firing off alarm bells. This is so delicious. In a way, I'm glad they only make them at festivals, because if they did them all the time, I would get so fat. Do you want to lick it too, Takakun? I'll have to decline that offer. More for me to gobble up then. I love the mixture of textures too. The hard outer skin and the warm, gooey insides. I love the sauce they drizzle on it too. I could just lap it all up. I'm sure the banana loves it also. Make sure not to spill anything. It would be a shame if that chocolate starts dripping downwards. I shook my head lightly and averted my gaze from Narumi, partly because knowing my luck there would be some chocolate dripping soon, and with the Grand Canyon lurking beneath it, I doubted my mind would be able to endure the sight. Oh my. Oops, well reminded, I nearly dripped some already. Now I know why Buddha priests got to sit under a waterfall. That was lucky. It dripped onto my fingers. Are you sure you don't want to try, Takakun? You can lick a little bit off my finger if you want to. Oh. I think I think we're gonna get interrupted. Oh my, that wink. Oh, come on. I'm just messing with you. Chi-chan's been teaching me some techniques for picking people up. What do you think? Was I seductress? You were seductress already. I mean, well, the chocolate thing sent me over the edge. Now this is just overkill. You are a talented student. I can see the talent of the master in her apprentice. It's been great fun playing with Chi-chan again. I never realised before just how much I missed the old days. It's really great, you know. And it's thanks to you, Takakun. Before I could react, the girl leaned forward and kissed me firmly on the cheek. She pulled back and smiled at me, blushing faintly. Breaking hearts! I'll let you figure that one out on your own. Maybe it's for the best that you're going to leave anyway. Makes it a little bit fairer. If you're talking about the leaving bit, you won't have to worry about that. I promise that when I'm done with my business in my world, I'll find my way back to here, no matter how much work it takes. And since a real man doesn't break his promises, you're going to be stuck with me again soon. I'm glad to hear it. I hope we find a way to help you soon, Takakun. You've done a lot for this village. It's only right we help you back. About that, Tsuri, which is the spirit of the shrine, mentioned something to me. Oh? Was that what you were talking about earlier today? You said something about wanting to tell both of us something important, I think. Yes, she basically had said something about something both you and Miyo-chan need to hear. Oh god! Narumi is toying with me. She's toying with me. However, before I could continue it appeared I had been too late. Miyo had just arrived at our side, depressed and furious with herself that she had spent nearly a month's worth of her wages as a guard on the throwing game. But before she could speak, the village elder rushed up to us. Suzuka Dono, Narumi-chan, you're fine. The three of us seemed a bit surprised at the arrival of the village elder, who came running up, panting slightly. It's the wild spirits. They are throwing a tantrum at the bonfire. At this rate, they will ruin the festival. The spirits? This is what I needed to talk to you both about, but we should try to stop them before they cause any problems. Hata-san, could you please locate Mako and Michiko and have them come to the bonfire as soon as possible? Yes, I'll do so right away. Tezuka-donna, Narumi-chan, your weapons are on the guard cart near the bonfire. It wasn't long before we reached the centre of the town. As luck would have it, we arrived just as the other two girls were getting there. In the centre of the bonfire had been put out, and climbing up the support structure were 4 curious shapes. One of them I recognised as the slime girl, Sakura, but the other 3 I had not seen before. Yeah, I'm gonna read through this as well, okay? For those that are coming from the Michiko and Mako ending. What's going on? Why did you come to ruin the festival? You're the meanie pants from before. Ah, so he's the meanie human who made Michiko-chan and Mako-chan betray us. Well, it's the village's own fault. That's right. Those wicked humans didn't invite us to their party. That was really mean of them. Oh, yes. Right, be right back. I'm gonna refill my cup of tea. Tea in hand, ready to continue. We betrayed no one. You 4 are the ones causing all the trouble. We are simply trying to get along with the humans, to work together. All you ever do is cause trouble and perform savage acts. You were not invited because you could... Oh god, I'm sorry. Let's just take a moment, look at them. All 4 of them. Oh. Yes, Narumi and Mio looked good in their guard's uniform. Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't. But, oh, this is just like overkill, like these 4, look at them. Oh. You were not invited because you could not be trusted. You have ruined our bonfire, terrorized the villagers, and upset proceedings. All because you felt you were snubbed. All because of your own actions. You have no one to blame for your exclusion but yourselves. If number 2 does have the, if there is a number 2, I hope there better be, enhances the romance, then, I'll explain at the end, Ah, it's the monkey girl with the sharp stick. It's the slime girl with the stupid face. That could have been better, but I applaud your effort. Nice work, Mio-chan. Miko-chan, do you remember the spells we spotted the other day, while you were showing me your books? I think so. The one and the other one that were like the one I did before? It is worrying that I know exactly what that girl is referring to. Do you think you can do both of them? I know it's asking a lot of you, but I believe in you. I know you can do it. Yeah, go Miko-chan. Do you really think I would fall for the same thing again? Ha! Sisters, we should show them why we, as a foursome, are undefeatable. As the sisters surged towards us, Mako unleashed her first spell. A glowing light billowed up from her hands and shot forwards. The spell struck the yellow girl head-on, but seemed to have no negative impact to her. As they got in close, Sakura shifted to the front, and the twin blades of Narumi and Mio struck, slicing through her vicious body without any effort. I had to duck to one side as a large ball of pink slime shot towards me, and I barged into one of the other slime girls. Curiously, my body did not enter hers, and she had quite some mass to her. Ha! Magic cannot hurt Tezuki. Physical attacks cannot hurt me. We are completely undefeatable. Surrender your village to us, and we might just let you all keep living here as our toys. This is bad. Maybe not. Mako, use the other spell, the second one. The woman nodded and began to cast, stepping in front of Michiko, who seemed to be preparing something with her staff. It was strange. I didn't recall seeing that staff around, and she usually did not carry it with her, but she had access to it now. But it won't work, it'll just... Trust in me. Trust in me, Mako-chan. Believe in me that believes in you, or however that line went. Bro! Gurren Lagann. I wouldn't ask you to do anything pointless, would I? As Sakura kept the two guards busy, the two other slime girls began taunting us and throwing discarded fruit. The yellow one stood up tall, prepared to strike the blast from the magical attack. Ha! Ha! Oh my god. I yelled yellowly, performing a long leap to get close to her. I slammed into her at full speed, knocking her over as I thought would happen. The girl let out a shocked yelp and the spell soared past, hitting Sakura in the back. A high-pitched scream escaped from the pink slime girl while she looked at us with a look of anger. That hurts! How did you do that, Takane? Yeah, how did you push her over? Our blades are doing nothing. It's as she said. She's the one who's immune to physical attacks. The others can be hurt and cut as normal. And that is absolutely perfect for what I've got right here. Special present from the guardian of the shrine herself. Takakun, Narutun, Mio-san, hold them tight. As one, we nodded and charged towards the three other slimes. Mego had Sakura in the grasp of her spell, and the pink girl could barely move thanks to her power. The slime girls had clearly not been expecting this sort of comeback, and with barely any fight, we each had the girls in holds similar to the one I had used on Mio a little while ago. I hope you girls aren't claustrophobic, it's going to get a little tight. One by one, Michiko brought a glass jar to each of the slimes. She opened it and pressed it to their stomachs. The jars seemed to pull at them slowly, drawing them down and into the jars, trapping what appeared to be a tiny version of each of the girls within each jar. She pushed the lids back onto each one and displayed them proudly, to cheer from the townspeople around us. Alright. That was a quicker read than last time, probably. Thank goodness you were around, Michiko-san. And you, Meiko-chan. We owe you a great debt of gratitude. No, my sisters. Why did you do that to them? Why are you so intent on ruining all our fun? Sakura, take a moment to look around you. Look at the destruction. Look at the damage. How could this possibly be fun? Terrorizing people, scaring them, and destroying what they worked for. How would you feel if they came to your home, stole your food and drinks, and wrecked the place? I never really thought about it like that. We just wanted to play with the humans like you do. Yeah. The spell seemed to dissipate from the woman as Mako collapsed to one side. Thankfully, I'd been anticipating this and caught her in my arms with ease. The three of us looked to Sakura, who was slowly standing up. And you can. You and your sisters can play with us. You just need to be careful. Mego and I are proof that humans and spirits can get along. But what about my sisters? They're fine. The jars are temporary, holding dimension. Tsuri designed to hold things far larger than his sisters. Sakura, if you are truly repentant, then I, as head of the village guard, am authorized to allow you release. However, before I do, I need you to swear an oath. Do you swear that you and your sisters will not cause problems in the village, that you will work towards helping us and protecting us? In return, we are prepared to offer you access to our supplies, and as you put it, we will play with you. What she is saying in simple terms, you're welcome in the village as long as you and your sisters behave like good girls. Yes, I swear, we'll be good. Please release my sisters. I promise we'll be good. Ah, I just missed an interesting confrontation. How did it go, Machi-tan? Are my jam bottles filled? Hearing the playful tone of a certain spirit, the group turned toward one of the carts where Tsuri was seated, swaying her legs back and forth while looking at the crowd. I do not know if you are joking, Tsuri-sama, but if you intend to simply keep them, I cannot allow that. They are honorary citizens of this village and as such under my protection. How fascinating to think that the huffy, uptight Miyo-tan would try to defend those troublemakers. You do realize you're talking to the guardian deity of your village, right? Not a doubt. I'm standing by your side too. I'm not going to just sit by and let an oath be broken. Oathbreaker! The girls of this village have grown into quite some brave ladies. You must be proud, Hayakun. A soft cough came from behind the cavern as the village elder revealed himself, a smile on his lips. It seemed they handled the matter perfectly without your aid, Tsuri-sama. Machi-tan, you just need to pull the plug off the jar to release them. However, make sure to keep holding the staff I gave you tightly because it's the only means for you to channel the necessary magic. They can't all be prodigies at magic like Mako-chan. The fox girl nodded and, with the help of Narumi, began to set free the other slime girls. As they began their task, the guardian walked across me, a frown upon her face. Oh god. I've neglected to tell you an important matter, Takahiro-kun. The gateway to your world has opened, and will be closing again within a matter of moments. Unfortunately, if you wish to return to your world, you must leave now. But there's no time for farewells, Takahiro. Leave now, without your farewells, or remain here in this village. Hey, where'd Takakun go? And Tsuri? I don't know, perhaps he is resting with Hayata-sama. Nah, maybe he's gone to go win me a prize. Or get some food? I'm still a bit peckish. Oh, my. It's a shame chocolate didn't drip on Mount Narumi. Recalling the promise I had made, I turned my back at the girls that had gathered around the released slime girls and followed her as she picked her way through the streets and into the woods. It was unfortunately that I couldn't say my farewells, but I had a mission to accomplish. It is a harsh decision to make. However, I doubt that this is the last time we hear from you, Takahiro. The spirit smiled briefly at me, while her hands briefly pressed against my shoulder, a light shove pushing me backwards. What was that for? Slightly startled as I felt a sudden dizziness overcome me, the last thing I could hear was the spirit's voice whispering in an amused tone. Good luck. You're going to need it. Before I had the chance to say anything else, I felt my body getting heavy. My vision blurred, and soon it was consumed entirely by darkness. 2 months and a half later. A soft sigh escaped my lips as I wandered along the familiar path leading towards the shrine. I subconsciously came to call Tsuri's shrine. It had been around 2 months now since that fateful judo tour. I had to participate in. Honestly, it was amazing. Thanks to Narumi and Miyo's training, I was able to push my way into the finals and ended up being the champion. However, it didn't quite go to plan. I was kind of embarrassed by it all, but I declined the proposal for me to start playing on an international level, and when I announced that the reason I declined was because of my promise to a girl, it reached the newspapers all over the country. Rising Judo Star ends career for the sake of true love. It was just one of the many silly headlines that they had written, and yet it was the truth. I had declined because of the promise I had made to Mako that day that I would return to everyone after I finished my match, but perhaps I had been too naive, thinking that it would just be that easy. For 2 months now I had been visiting the shrine every day, praying and calling out for Tsuri, but my calls had been left unanswered. I do hope that it's not Machiko and Mako again. That would be pretty anticlimactic. Of course, knowing her she's likely laughing her rear off at me standing here shouting like a hawker. I smiled weakly as I looked around the area, recalling the familiar. It looked to the place I visited alongside the Kitsune. Speaking about the girls, while the Kitsune mansion had disappeared, it looked like the name of my city had an interesting connection to the other world. It was said many generations ago, the city was still a small town that was saved from a group of malicious fiends. I assumed bandits, but in the end, they named this city Tezuka no Toshi. A city named after a certain Tsunda? It couldn't be more than a coincidence. It couldn't be mere coincidence, could it? Ah well, guess I'll visit again tomorrow. Akane. I guess I will. Oh, hold on. I'm back. Now what was I saying? Oh, yeah. If it goes the same way and we have the same pictures of Michiko and Meiko, I will be a little bit disappointed, but I hope it transitions to a picture from where Narumi and Miyo were coming in, because I would like that, to be perfectly honest, because it would make it different. I could have sworn I just heard something when a wind breeze started to rustle through the trees, and the moment I turned away from the shrine, a circle of unfamiliar symbols started to form beneath me. Or maybe our exit point will be where Narumi and Miyo are, rather than Michiko and Meiko. Wait, Tsuri! What happened to the old methods? Of course, before I could get a response, the circle lit up and I felt myself literally falling through the ground. Or rather, there was a lack of any surface beneath me. I felt like I was being pulled through a tunnel of sorts, a dark tunnel that went on for several moments before a light came into view and... Watch out! I could only let out a short shout as a warning before I found myself dropping out of the air right on top of two girls standing beneath me, causing the three of us to topple onto the grass with a loud thud. I heard grumbling from the tree I had landed on and opened my eyes. That's the same. Okay, let's just see. Oh, that really hurt. See, this is what happens when you try to cast magic beyond your capabilities. Meiko-chan, you need to give up this hunt. This hunt is going to be the death of you. I'm not going to give up. Takane made a promise. I made a promise. We keep trying to find ways of getting back to see one another. So no, I'm never ever going to stop. I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely gobsmacked, stunned beyond the ability to speak. Michiko, Meiko, it was them, here on top of me, arguing with one another. It was too good to be true. Although I am grateful to see this picture again. You're a fool, Meiko. Even Miyo-san has given up on the hunt. You know what Tsuri said. That sort of thing can only happen when the forest itself needs to... When the forest itself needs it to. It takes more than just one person to do what you're trying to do. Tsuri-chan's only saying that because she's a big stupid meanie pants face. She's lying. You're all lying. I can get him back. I will. We made a promise. Meiko, I miss him too. Really. He left a hole in all of our hearts, which you will just need to let time heal. I'm so sorry that you have to go through all this, but you must believe me. It'll get better in time. How about getting it off me right now? Hello, ladies. It's kind of cruel to talk about me like I died. Oh my, Taka-kun! Takane, it worked. I knew it would work. It worked. It worked. It worked. Taka-kun, it's so magnificent to see you again. I'm so happy to... The girls mumbled into incoherency as she began sobbing in front of me. Meiko, having been sobbing ever since she saw me, I smiled lightly, still rather sore from the impact, and brushed both of them on the hair gently. Hey, did you two really miss me that much? Yes! Your disappearance was the cause of some concern. Tsuri told us that you had to take a choice, and, well, we understand why you did. Did you win your tournament? Of course I did. It was thanks to everyone's help that I was able to become the champion. Hey, I think it fell down here. I think I see Chi-chan. Hey, Chi-chan, is everything alright over there? Please give us a picture of those two as well. Come on, game. Michiko opened her mouth to call out when Meiko leapt to her feet and took a deep breath. He's back. What? No kidding, I want to see. There came a loud clambering and rustling from the shrubs nearby. The sound of two girls pushing through the bushes at speed. The two girls rushed into the clearing, gasping loudly. "Oh wow, you really are back." Baka! How could you just leave us without even saying goodbye? I don't think we're going to get a picture. Oh well. Miyo, he had to choose. He had to... I know that. I just never got to say goodbye. Is that all? Oh jeez, you are such a tsundere. Well, at least I'm not... Oh, I don't care. He's back. Hehe, it's great to see you again, Takakun. I bet you did well in your tournament. Is my rival going to be a champion next time we spar? And so it went on. The girls kept talking at me, and I'll be honest, it washed over me a little. I was just so happy to be with them, or be with them all again. It didn't matter what was occurring. Oh well. While the girls were happily conversing with each other, asking me about my time in my own world, among other things, I couldn't help but notice the presence of one particular spirit. Standing a small distance away from the group, Tsuri was looking at us with a gentle smile upon her lips. I guess I won this bet. I wasn't sure if she was talking to someone in particular, but for a moment I could see her gaze drifting toward me, and the words that left her lips seemingly carried a lot more importance than simple words. It seems you aren't yet done with your grand adventure, Takakun. I look forward to seeing what other forms of amusement you supply me with. What games are those? We shall see, dear boy. We shall see. Well, I suppose the different versions are the festival, and I like this version of the festival a little bit more. Reasons because of Narumi. But yeah, it would have been better if they added a picture of Narumi and Miyo's face as well for this section. So I'm a little bit disappointed on that part, but I suppose the major change is technically the festival. So yeah, got a few more lines to read. Every great story has a humble beginning. While Takahiro's story has begun, one can say it's only the prologue to what is yet to come. May we see you again next time. That was good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in Sakura Spirit too. Hopefully, if there is one. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the fan service as well as the story. And I'll see you all in the next series I do. Good day and be good.